and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghllghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghllghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight. Welcome back. This is the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 segment, and it was brought to you by the Freeman Methodist Guest House. It has to say, Anapawi wasan Jimra Babeti in Sema Akoso Ewo Ghana my Wimunafi. Yes, your contributions, your comment, and everything. So, your advice kakra abeka ho edi ama. Yenina senebe the bedi jumana Ghana etumi etumpo. And then a news analyst, Mr. Nicholas Taylor. Ono na Anapawi ye nino ebetwetwem komo na afi. Yehu senia bibia be Mr. Taylor teacher or sign youth and gender activist inti wabani de insem de bebre na na ye de betudwa. Now Mr. Taylor is joining us via Zoom, and so and your guest no joining here. Mr. Taylor, good morning.
Good morning, mommy.
Thank you so much for joining us. Nyamia domo. Oho ye de.
Nyamia doma.
Yo, ye da nyamia se busuafo nso e.
Nyamia do busuafo obia ho ye so do for we never for any pesikwa Zion for any Commander College all students.
Okay.
Me be na ye ho ye pa.
Okay. All right. Mr. Taylor, that's it. Now, Lent ne so koye.
Oh yes, Lent ne koye pa. I think many of the societies are here we never diocese they have various programs are on and apart the prayer sessions, some of them in the evenings, we share up on Pike Akran, some breaky fast, and all that, and periodic program that are ongoing. Ebaman for agony alcohol length period no so. Now face on my man pie ball and near country, and then Abrakan kind of addition, and then you may be a babwa, Emma, who will be to me a year and for so I may send a president Bishop Bakayano. I think most of the dioceses are doing this particular program, and I think it's a very good thing that is going on.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, that's it. Now, as son, I be shasi and in Sembe 7 BI become one. But before we start, just say hello to one or two people, and then we can begin our conversation.
Yes, thank you very much. And now the pay yada yankopona se de wa mahina domine yate asewa somdwemu. Medicana mechia asom payinfo Now feel so Marameda House is painful so the Bishop Saki brother Yamwa the late chairman and then also the Senior Secretary Papa Sam.
Okay.
Now Bechia Papa Kojofosu and the Sunday Movement executive members, my past late chairman. And Marazumi for and more from na the Michewoina. And the mass of Mammy for Mrs. Hackman and Mrs. Sam, Mrs. Adriana, a home Michewoina, one that pay with you with that one Henry. Yet, bombay there when you're maybe a dom, now you to me if you do my my past late chairman across the country, Michewoina, and then the current national labor movement executive, and once you tell one papa, you there in your permanent, you be sure you didn't come home.
Mr. Taylor, it has it. Enra, President Mahama, I think before Enra, everyone was saying, and I said most critics were saying, it's either Mahama is not going to change the IGP, and I said, security service now, no, he's not going to change them. But Enra, reports reaching us indicate, he has been changed or he has been replaced by COP Yono. Enti na Imani Fonso filed an injunction at the Supreme Court seeking to challenge the president's authority to terminate the appointment of key public officers without any proven misconduct. And despite that Supreme Court injunction, Imani na so Professor Inning Edikoye, the president still went ahead to change. And I would say, we are say, oh, share ewo news mono eto saying.
Ha, Mr. Really, Naka, me did this dampare ye juma one of de pa sanka ye to me na ye maintain no as IGP for the nation. Now, you baby say a babia take officer in the security service no. They have what we call the allegiance. They have the president is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and all the security agencies, the couples, they owe allegiance to the president and to the states.
Okay.
And see, Naka, some of us we were thinking that with the performance of Dampare, the visibility, the renovation of the headquarters of the police, of the Ghana Police Service, and some of the things, innovation that are ongoing, many of us thought that, oh, we could have allowed Dampare to stay. You were outside of the Jubilee House. Women are more inside. And sometimes when government change, there is this possibility of changing all the security couples so they can, I don't know, maybe align with the government's vision for the security. And see, I was surprised, actually. But within the week, say, Papa, the son. It's even about 2 weeks ago when I started here. But then by I thought it was not happening. Then I saw this publication where Imani, Ghana, and then Professor Enin had taken the matter to the Supreme Court. I don't know if the injunction was served, what service procedure was served on the presidency. I don't know. But me they don't come in the Dampare etna boy and retirement and Kobobwa. However, it is the prerogative of the president to appoint. And it's the president, if Ejidi said, Papa the best person to be the IGP for the country. We cannot fault him. But then continuity of work a continuity of work a retirement in a day. But as I said, they know better. We are outside of the Jubilee House. And to say, and so be it, let's work around it and support Papa COP so that the security of this country can be good for all of us. Ultimately, I say, yeah, bambo able to make a nine so. And yeah, it's a memophone dear. Obia Obeba, Obeboa, and the security, and then a bamboo to make so ye police for we are without fear or favor. We are all for it, but it's the president who knows what is there. And the face of the son of Beboa. Well, we can just move along it. But I believe continuity is sometimes better.
Well, Imani Africa and `ภิnsi Professor Inning emphasized that the president doesn't really have that power to make fresh appointments to these positions unless, of course, Nipani are incapacitated and I say, while resigning and I say, Ebiana we and why misconduct via a tracer will say yini free. Apart from that, the president doesn't hold that power to change or to make new appointments to these offices. But subsequent governments, previous governments, have also done the same thing. What shows that the president didn't have previously, didn't the Imani and Afin Professor weren't they here who say these things have gone on over a very long time?
Mr. Sometimes it's as someone can say there would be because all along the presidents of this nation, as you said, the previous president, they have all appointed IGPs, and it is well within their power to appoint in consultation with the police council and sometimes with the council of states. And so the power to appoint, that one, I think it is the power the constitution gives it to the president. I don't know. The constitution provided what we call the security of tenure for IGPs. In fact, so for some of us, no, security of tenure for people who are in these top positions, so that it wouldn't be like anybody coming to appoint or disappoint somebody. So I'm saying that say abino another president no have power to appoint her. That one will be it. However, the power to appoint, I think, should also be exercised in the spirit of cohesion, in the spirit of continuity, in the spirit of best practice. And see, I'm here to say, President, after time, Papa, so when they appointing IGP, we can't fault him, but I will call for security of tenure for these top apples, so that they will not be removed in the whims and caprices of any particular person. But I think that it is within their power, with the power of the president, to appoint the IGP, and it has been happening all the time. However, I hear because the court will now come and make a statement, and out of the statement or the judgment the court is going to make, Sawosha, President Akufo-Addo, Mr. Ďomilovo, all of us were not too comfortable because we were thinking that not time so yet. But President Tiffy said, so you know, one of the assembly court headed by said, Nanka Tabnon so separated by Manako leave. But you know, near Imani and the professor Enin Ayano, to me it is good. They should go to court, and the Supreme Court should give us judgment as to whether it is within the power of the president, as to whether the president can change, as to whether the president has the ability to change all the security couples when they assume office. The Supreme Court will make a decision, a determination, a judgment. I say, do what? And who say, going forward, this is how we are supposed to go. So me, I support the court action as well, because as a democracy, we can only thrive on the rule of law. So let the rule of law continue. Now, Supreme Court and make judgment. Going forward, we will see what to do. But I believe that by the constitutional arrangement, President has the power to appoint an IGP.
Okay, so before we briefly talk about the man Dampare himself and some of the policing reforms he brought into the police service, this legal action, according to some critics, will underscore the ongoing debate over whether or not the president's power the president has a power to do so, or we are seeking some constitutional clarity, or there is a need to change or have a reform of that part of the constitution that gives the president that mandate. But in the meantime, the case has been adjourned by the Supreme Court, with the Attorney General given about 7 days to file a statement of case. Mr. Taylor.
Yes. And see, Mammy, some and since areas, Imani Ghana, any professor, any idea, some way I've gotten. By means, the Attorney General will have to enter appearance or will have to make also his case toward this matter. But to me now, Supreme Court, when they bring authority to make a declaration. But media maka say, on my no, you will just be a while to say the Chief Justice, to say the head of the Electoral Commission, and some other key state institutions. It should not be politicized, or it should not be left with the president to appoint people that they think they should appoint. Is it possible to say, you put me a share system? No, say this person, when you are here, Jumanu able to say, I say, one abaso with that appointment. Many of us will be crying because when you come to the GES, Ghana Education Service, for example, it will be say, Obi Juma could be a na offer somebody outside of GES. No, well, for the police service, they normally head themselves, IGP, a police officer, a senior police officer, a COP, for that matter. And to me, there we should have a clear direction. So, what is the tenure for an IGP? So, President Bipa, and that's what to me, you know. Based on what procedure, and you bet me IGP, and I say bet me Chief Justice and Chief Justice secure. But we should put in place measures to safeguard the security of tenure of the IGP, of the CDS, of the fire service boss, and all those people who are the heads of our security, so that when the people come, they know that I am coming to do the work. That's my tenure that I have to serve, and at the end of my tenure, I have to account to the people of Ghana, whom the president give me that opportunity. So for me, I think that we should have some review and look at how we can protect the tenure of office of these security people. And then, listen, now, one of the things Abekane said, some people for about security office, especially the top people, they should also be able to serve without being partisan, without being associated with a particular political party. It means that our security agencies are going to be politicized. And if that politicization for security agencies becomes very, 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 very entrenched, you'll be a serious challenge. So when they are also coming to their service, they should work without any political colors, so that they are appointed to be a factor and answer or say, and they are appointed. So I think there should be some guidelines to the tenure of the office of the IGP and other security couples, that how they can be changed. Whether the procedure for, of course, the article, the Constitution talks about consulting with the Council of State and then the Police Council before the appointment of an IGP. Those ones are there. But I will call for further action for the protection of the tenure of our security couples, so that they will not be changed at the homes and campuses of anybody.
All right. Mr. Taylor, that's it. But the man himself, IGP 𝗟𝗏𝗘, some of the things that he did during his tenure from 2021 to 2025, as it stands now, is the Dog Patrol Initiative. There was also some Horse Patrol Initiative in August 2021. Now, the Shuttle Service for Police. The program was implemented in 15 to 18 police operational regions, and it was intended to ease the burden on officers who commute to work daily. Now, there was also police communication. The social media account of the Ghana Police Service was active, and so if you have any problem, you could have just gone to the social media platform. The 9th patrol by the police also went on. Now, no police dispatch also did go on. And so, viewers, we are asking this move by the president to change the IGP at this time, na eye anase na antimuye afen so na ibisa say Ekufu 𝗟𝗏𝗘, what kind of work did he do until many of these things are, when we open the phone lines, will be to me aka ni na bi atre. But Mr. Taylor, let's move on. Now, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, during the inauguration of the board members, stated, said the board of directors would work to restore the confidence and integrity of the bank, pending the fact that the finance minister, during the presentation of the 2025 budget, disclosed that the Bank of Ghana needs about 53 billion Ghana cedis bailout to address its negative equity position. But first, let's listen to the governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Has never been more critical. We stand at a time of significant economic challenges, which are macroeconomic instability, rising inflationary pressures, currency volatility, and fiscal constraints, all of which demand urgent and strategic action. This board, Your Excellency, composed of esteemed professionals with vast expertise, is tasked with guiding the bank's policy direction and ensuring that we navigate these challenges with boldness, integrity, and accountability. Our mission is clear, Your Excellency. We must restore confidence in the Bank of Ghana. We must uphold price stability, and we must strengthen our financial position and reinforce good governance. Excellency, as we officially commence our work today, we do so with an understanding of the weight of responsibility on our shoulders. The decisions taken here will not only shape the future of the bank, but also impact businesses, households, and the overall economy. Excellency, this morning's inauguration provides us an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to excellence, transparency, and independence in our monetary and financial policies. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have you lead this inauguration, and we look forward to your remarks, which will no doubt set the tone for our work ahead.
And so that was the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama. Well, in the meantime, the vice president, who also did the inauguration and swore them into office, also spoke. And so let's go listen to what Professor Nana 𝗟𝗡𝗍𝗲 said.
The success or otherwise of this government depends to a large extent on the performance of the central bank, which you are about to lead. The President's social contract to the people of Ghana to reset, rebuild, and restore public trust and macroeconomic stability through responsive financial sector governance and sound economic policies rests on your shoulders. As the board, and in equal manner as to the cabinet, Minister of Finance and others, and everyone in key places, I'm convinced that you will bring your individual and collective expertise to the governance of the bank to ensure that the President's economic agenda of resetting the country is achieved. I urge you to examine the existing policies of the bank to ensure that such policies are aligned with leading contemporary policies, and more importantly, that the policies are aligned to the government's social contract with the people.
Vice President, the first female Vice President of the land. Mr. Taylor.
Amen.
Yes, Dr. Johnson
and government will inaugurate the Bank of Ghana board. Now, say the Bank of Ghana, Jumiza, one loss, they are supposed to formulate and implement monetary policy aimed at achieving the objectives of the bank. Then they will also have to promote, by monetary measure, the stabilization of the value of the currency. Now, Adzika, or what the way, I'm on minus kasem, including the regulation, supervision, and direction of banking sector, either directly or indirectly, to make sure that banking sector is wire strong. Now, over the years, America Cabas and of Ghana, the number cranny bimbo, one mama banking sector, engine and nando. The Bosha, Bayer, and Shibaya, and none and number of a banking bebre, or what? When I want to hear Juma. When it's car, what do you Juma? When bring up the policies and the regulations, the banks are supposed to go by them. Bebre, one fine year Juma, and so Mama banks will be good. Of course, if you so actually there, what for good at banks and no, yeah, papa, honestly, or your court will go to actually there. So, Pana, what for good at banks and where papa, another on your papa. I'm today. Some bank could be a real Juma, what is it, lend money, borrowing institution, or a lending financial institution, they are regulated by the Bank of Ghana. And to say the regulatory activity of the Bank of Ghana, sorry, Juma ya. When you only the Yatana, my bank be Nandamo Sayan Sana, ye to make Kugu Bank. Chesika, a manager there audition in the banking sector cleanup now. Onyeska kakraba, ko isikanke the boa, Bank of Ghana mujana ndiyangoye. Since I hear say, Bank of Ghana war kind of when yes secretary because of papa what about boa. I'm a Bank of Ghana to the wager and be. You be said there. Maybe na yisika or that threshold no opera. Yisika, but yet too na yes done a sapa or your phone. Wakra, Mimbo awesome over 200 million and all that. And then, when they be a Inisikan 2 million on your buffer. And so we're traded. I buy no more one. I then my band son of his car, not the Bank of Ghana in this particular time.
I think that is the reason why. That is the reason why the finance minister I can say the Bank of Ghana governor shouldn't depend on the taxpayers' money. On one per kwa befa so betumi nya nisikadia. The 53 billion Ghana cedis.
And so to the Bank of Ghana, all the Wangasa, wash on 110. No wash and sky in there, what not able to my year. Nasayan, na regular for a banking sector now. Some could be our Muchima or your bank in Ankasa. Cautionisika, not Bobo Juma or ye. And some of Ghana so did the Wamuchima. Nankasa way and paying for service. On my wife on board, and why I'm profile. What when you would say, your lawyer's womb, financial expert womb, economic expert womb, and what I want to say. Who won't share that? When I didn't know ya, or a Bank of Ghana, on Ankasa, where to return Nando. Was only to me, Nanda, where to march of a bank and kindness who return one Nando. Oh, we ain't petty bets now. Now, banks in the Braille, Nansana. Ya Quackafisca for your ambition there. We are strengthening our banking sector. The man of his scatterer, only your 2 women. And then I must try the Bank of Ghana for. Says a board in was set in place. One more wasn't there. They should look at the currency volatilities. They should look at the monetary policy and all the policies that will regulate our activities. About more money, Yerka said, don't hear you there. So, I not to 2 years more, but to have influence on all the sectors of the economy.
Okay.
But it's a Casamna Quia, Obama Mucharaba.
All right.
In telling the Mokodama to trust the Bank of Ghana, the one wasn't no one fundamental to Quanado. Now, backs are 1 year Juman, 1 year Juman, them or man to marshal man for Sabam.
Okay.
Now, one shall one of them Moncoyedo, one shas in Briara. They should intensify their regulatory authority. They should intensify their supervisory authority over the banks and the financial institutions. I must all company there. Obinna you wouldn't come in the man say and sana. Mr. American diamonds American there. What the baby say a ban or appointing Crawford a call from which is a board business. One mamma and share Tizan background in saying. You're showing you Pamia or the record. Nancy wouldn't go for our cut and board to be there. What shall they be the needed corporate governance? The needed corporate governance aspect of the Impano Tumina or Tassi as our cut aboard Nuden. If you are the Impano, the meme is in. It's a cut and a while or did there, Yen Biara, another mobile doko. But if the corporate governance structures are working in all our institutions, when things about the things happen in some other banks will happen. It's a nice right there. Say, you're from Crawford, you share their background, and especially they should all know much about how they can regulate, how they can bring their corporate governance expertise on board. And Mama Hen Banks and we lay and Kafes for a Mishaman Sana, Yamato. Bank of Ghana.
Mr. Taylor, that's it. Now, the board of directors are about 12, including the governor of the Bank of Ghana. But yeah, to us, President Mahama has declared that the era of mediocrity and financial mismanagement of some state-owned enterprises will come to an end. It's either you'll be privatized, you'll be closed down, or you'll be merged. That is what the president is saying. But let's listen to what the president said on the state-owned enterprises.
My vision for reform is clear, anchored on performance, accountability, and national interest. Under my leadership, specified entities will be transformed into engines of growth, aligning with our goal of a 24-hour economy that expands job opportunities and drives industrialization. At the center of this transformation is 𝗟𝗍𝗲, which will evolve from a passive observer into an empowered enforcer of national interest. 𝗟𝗍𝗲 will act as a command center and be equipped with executive authority to 1. negotiate and enforce performance contracts with heads of entities. 2, conduct regular in-depth assessments of SOE finances, ensuring transparency and exposing mismanagement. 3, issue binding directives, implement compliance mechanisms, and intervene directly in underperforming entities. 4, commission independent audits to identify inefficiencies and financial leakages. And 5, set and monitor performance metrics with tangible consequences for non-performance. Loss-making SOEs will no longer be tolerated. They will be swiftly reformed, they will be merged, privatized, or shut down. Corruption, procurement fraud, and financial mismanagement will be prosecuted strictly, and boards that rubber stamp poor decisions will be replaced. The practice also of, in a few cases, using entity resources and funds to indemnify board members from accountability must cease immediately.
Well, into we a state-owned enterprise and now we a CEO now your state-owned enterprise and I say maybe our human is underperforming or would either be cancelled or be merged or be privatized. Into this is the statement from the President John Dramani Mahama. Mr. Taylor.
Yeah, Miss Na, me that's it. So we share another say the State Interest and Governance Authority, SIGA.
SIGA.
Yes, one act now or set one upper 2019 Act 990. Ono and on my candidate. The SIGA is established state-owned enterprises or the state-owned authorities. They are to oversee and administer the state interests in the state-owned enterprises. And the SIGA, umbra etamunechi, what do the ejuma? Omo what was there? A buying the Menamidiara, a buying the interest of the country, maybe today the shares of the government, either the government is a major security shareholder or government has a stake in that institution. The SIGA, and all the what you know what them coffee now, what the back. Now what should have been or look for ye? You said that. I share be to the cocoa board. I share other place like that in the Manama are buying or appoint members or the them come to the SIS and other in area. SIGA know what they all regulate or share there. No or look for ye. But me over the years saying that. Say the coffee or yeah, them various state-owned institutions. So sometimes they don't come to government and mainstream to look at how government to regulate some of those things. But there, the regulation are on and monitoring are on all the state agencies and the state-owned enterprises. I am happy one day. Are too autonomous, they are very, very independent and they can do what they want. Again,
yeah, can say, Mr. Taylor.
What we get the decision they approve, and then maybe I want it to Ama, Democrat Juman, or you know, how can cry. And to know who would want what the president has said. The SIGA, which is the authority, the umbrella, and which all the state owned establishment work by. The SIGA, Yen Shemiton. The Mambra or town children. So by a necessary, they can play more supervisory and regulatory rules. Say, open there, state-owned enterprise be on Kubabusia, another okay initiative beer. But yet someone they share them on a montuna. Them state enterprise will go to. For some not Ghana, but do not partner worry. And so I want to charge SIGA to make sure that the umbrella rule is played very well. Now, all the baby them state enterprise. People find the work procurement. No one can watch no, no why so sourcing. No why is restricted tendering. Yes, Nina or your lawful, but the channel, business of ourselves, or maybe we should be able to work according to the rules and save the nation the monies that are going down the drain. Well,
Mr. Taylor, interestingly, these CEOs of these state-owned enterprises, almost salaries quite na a big class also saying resident na or kasa CCA. Usha omu liabilities are a war as of 2024 was around 232.69 billion Ghana cedis. And our revenue omunya 103.79 billion Ghana cedis in 2024. And I think so munya skebi dia bibia, and as we want them to still function, the monies come from education and health. Into revenues are collected from education and health and goes into some of these state-owned enterprises. Most of them, from reports, as I just said, they are all in red. Not just say almost 90% of them, it should either be merged, privatized, or closed down. Into senior president, should we go that tangent? Senior beya ebiana we bet me a way jumani bi, and I say the bomber a bit me a juma, so that we allow them to merge. Cuts down costs in terms of payment of some of these people who are working there. Any
Miss Na Eba in the corporate world and even in human resource management, mergers are allowed. When people can merge, and it happens all the time. Takeovers are allowed. Collapse of institutions are allowed. Miss Na you said there. Hana said papa na ejuma oda hyanensa na oresha obetena ho a ma wabaka oman we had be today adibi ho a oyo aban na ejuma na wa friend on be na dem can share sika some of the state owned enterprises sika woji as salary na nsanyare ya SIC ma mini di botogwe obia rekan nimpa 70,000 Ghana cedis a month. And Sana was 7,000 cedis a year for what is the entertainment and the clothing, 2,000 for security. Let's say who are the contributors? Sabi yenma yen show yen cars na yen buildings na nama with the SIC. Yen is kana yitu kon oya hin but yin pa korese. Onam the oya head of the institution. Obutuma get that amount. You know what I'm the Cocoa board and the one
Felix. Yeah. I don't understand why I am happy like that. Alright, so viewers, we are so sorry for the break in transmission, but we are taking a quick turn. We'll be back shortly. Please do also stay.
Ghana, we now have freedom. Ghana, land of freedom. Toils of the brave and the sweat of their labors. Toils of the brave which have brought results.
Thank you so much for joining us again. This is the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 segment, and it's brought to you by the Freeman Methodist Guest House. Our phone lines are open, but this morning we've been discussing a number of issues going around in the country, and one has to do with the fact that the president has sacked the IGP and replaced him with 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗍𝗏. And we've been also talking about what the board, or the inauguration of the board of directors for the Bank of Ghana. And they have been tasked to make sure that they do well to. So there's a 53 million Ghana cedis they need to revamp the place. But the finance minister is saying that they should do their own assessment and make sure that they come up with some internal measures to do well to get this amount and then put it to work. And so these are some of the issues we've been discussing right here on the show. 0256253461, 05383500625. Remember, if you call, do well to lower the volume of your TV set, and let's have a beautiful conversation. Hello, good morning. Auntie Philo, good morning.
Yeah, I'm Diona.
Yes, Mama.
Quite into
Yeah, this you.
Yeah, my feel. My chair will be now it's a gun and nipa. Monsieur Taylor.
You.
Tell them, Patron, my watch you. Patron, now we. Now, me tell the first time, my wife. And then I'm asking. Nay, IGP, I attack him. We know the I am one. Really, we say, yeah, baby.
Okay.
Jomo Fennis for formula. Now, the Yama Yapa, any other Marcofia Domadiano. Anna, a Yama Yapa, I am Babusian and I Yako. Naja, I send you the beer soft for Vincent Ekano. A mum review or why? Ghana, Yasha, Yachi Chapel, Nayanjay. Nanya say, I did say in Abe. I feel near Bewise, and your Emwa. Now, Mamma Chiana, Mary a chamber bear or what Sunyai dices or copensi. Mamma Chian Papa Jessa. I'm in Yenaya Papa. It's awful, Abby. My first son. Damen come on, my crown will be a baby. You,
yet, love like so many years pass with you in your Hello, good morning. Over free as a man can say. Sammy, good morning.
Good morning. Present you.
Yeah, this show, Sammy. Thank you for calling.
Me did send a pedio be here.
Nyamiado.
Now, home swipe for Ghana man's nequay. You were some man can see Diana, Michia, a bishop, a right reverend, and combating. And it will be a Kosa. Did you say I'm not on here?
Shine.
Baby, I shine. Yo, me want some swana. I paid them say 22. IGP, Mahama, President Mahama, very pleasing. Yeah, about himself. Obejima want for the boy Obejima. Na, me did say, and I mean, when you do social media, not a more cry. But my name say a free police for now. As a police for being here, just in the music as I'm a police for. Now more she jama when you just some was sana. A name say be as a baby course over there, but all the same, on my pen and the prerogative. Right, so but yes, sir. So did you say was a sign I keep in the paper on a memoir? Well, or who quite so better.
Okay.
And I manage for also courts. Yeah, recently I tell a kind of. Me did say, I'm ready. Supreme Court there quite interim. So be one say, when I say, we have Supreme Court, but to actually, that me did say, wait there. I am a penagasa. I don't know, Mr. Sana, I want a memoir. I'm not quite knowing the Juma. Never far as I can name your panel. And then the best say, so never be one I say, name Kuya, also in better to you, especially as a security in the country. Among friends and Kawasam and say, Kumasi move vendors. Now be our Momo, Nayakobu Chiu, but we put just last week here, horrible that you be see. I will be the second could try to point Adzika, and then we break also in one say, and one pie say, IGPB, maybe funny beyond Yanko Pankasa and Chino, a security sentiment and Kosu, my own. The most emission in American so about.
Samia Dasi. Matthew, good morning. No Free Tabora.
Morning, madam. But you're crashing you.
I did show Matthew.
But you're Menso Anabai. Memphis, when I think I'm awful. Super. Really, Reverend Dominic K. Answer. Neighbor man, super. Madam, and then I lay movement your program. No, yeah, they very you. And so for. So, Mr. For Penny or Quam, Jim, so for Samuel Duboating, also Michiano. And I'm in call IGP as so, Madam. You know, I drive for a Namcrum. Say, one Namcrum now, she boys, no crap, Omotimo to serve for an idea, Momna. Yes, from Madame Pala boys now. The Uomo Yeno. What the police papa for it, or do you know, heard we are boys near now? As a woman, some can be report woman near you or Modi, we are boys in a year. And yes, I keep in Angasan and Huasemo. What Katie, I see no police service anymore. I'm a police for Angasa Quarcoo. Because I go there, Omochua, Domokaka, Omoko command my police for it. Oh, you say, I don't know boys in the bear. So I am bonnet, so we are bonnet, or Crampa, the boys in the quiet. That's a bit me. You go to as some of the police in the police in a statement. We know the offer me sign up, master. Obey me about where me myself, one carry and tell me, over to our tracing with them, and me what you could tell me here. And then many are quite easy. I don't say, I'm not Benny Bakobaka and never had to obey as idea. And the Saturday night, of course, and now I'm putting 40 B. This is almost social media, putting 40 B, both someone else, Papa. O police headquarters ni adwo hwe ne ma papa na ye ene nka ya nka ebo man ba wa keti sin bi police ni mu a ama police for papa na kata kura suru papa eno ni problem na nja ama ho ni age no that's
yo yes here that's Matthew. Quarcoo citizen, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Na.
Good morning.
Miss Na Ghana. Ghana man ji dia una audio.
Oh.
Me de enchia Mamuna. Na me de enchia kesen so akwa Lady Anne, Sister Anita and Bedu, Conditioner MGF chairman.
Okay.
Antina, anopete ga kra me person me kan ho asam ye the use of gunpowder no. Me se me ko eye bi. Na minim se onyini bi gina pinche pa o tutu ni bia. Me se Sanya bakuma si 2 year no. Ramse enti yasi ade amamre ade makwaya ma sa firing of firearms yakoso or public without anybody's notice. Me want to say very bad. Very bad pa nti se we obi a wo akoma issue ni ade a at that moment in BBI to me see.
Yeah.
Me can ba be see Kofi Adoma asem yi so. In fact, enra me hwe Kofi Adoma ne video no.
Interview no.
Me ra ho Kofi Adoma de ndi abawie. Ye be senya me se onfan tizanka no. Na emum sense ibo no mo ayenye na the firing of arms in public, you know. Say you bit me about there. The country should look into it. Thank you.
Okay. Quarcoo, yeah, that's it. And that's a Payaja Kumasi phone now. Peter, good morning. No for every commander.
Good morning, Miss Na.
Morning.
Commander 𝗟𝗚𝗍𝗏.
Oh, okay.
I know the commander. Miss Na, I'm going to meeting for the microphone.
Okay.
Now, because of Adzika will be as here.
You.
Yes, now we can read about a gunpowder issue and of arsenal. I'm a Maya half away. But certain things go away, potential programs are we go certain things. Because they fire this kind of guns. Or to do our mission. If there's something what we make small announcement, those who are around to the back of small. But they are not to see all the things. So we've got people that will get much closer. After you may be harmed, but we are talking about the other instances. You can tell me to be sure when you be welcome away with us. If I have a good program we should know that we stand in particular times because in here life ammunition and gunpowder. Then you say the German EP and the money
Yo, yeah, that's it, Peter. Yeah, that's it, Pa. Mr. Taylor, yeah, to me, for calls, be a minty, and what preparatory crime, and will pave way for the next interview to go on.
Okay. Okay. Yo, Miss Namida Sibebre, me did there. Or man, no chichran, you know, and paying for any match of one and send. One share, Nazi Biara, the Bogan obey and into me. Now, Miss Naman Fadam Coneduna, Mintia, Omanco Old Student Association, process in across the country and across the world. In the area Founders Day lecture, our Commander College. Now, I'm watching us a Congress. In the courses in a chairman, Yamohana, Awodapa, Naya Srede, or China, Ina Ishiana, Yamwa, Yan School. Now, COSA 2000 Y2K, project Casepa, Yadima School, in China, Mayadma, a Yabapa. See, Yada Ashafu, Netefu Nasi, Yamisha Biara, Nagana, Untum. All courses shine for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Taylor. GD pass next week, the Obabe Kanye home studio. Eda Sinyame and Shao be brave. As your for Eda say also Jim share the rule and our things will contribute with your calls and your comments. Thank you so much. This segment was brought to you by the Freeman Methodist Guest House. Well, yeah, Daniel Wabai and Koya by another interview be air to us. So please do all to stay with us. This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities